Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Auto Repair Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Brian Walker, and today I'm going to be talking about the art of fast tracking things in life. But first, let's take a second to thank our sponsors. ShopBoss is software built by shop owners for shop owners. ShopBoss offers real solutions backed by real experience. Simply put, it's shop management software that works your way. When customers are in the lobby and cars are on the lift, you don't have time for a learning curve. That's where ShopBoss comes in, with profit-boosting features that work the way you need them to right out of the box. From built-in DVI to robust customizable reporting, ShopBoss makes everything about running a shop work more smoothly. Plus, with their Boss Pay Payments feature powered by 360 Payments, you can enter the era of totally paperless payments. From text to pay, remote payments, and consumer financing options, to compliance, surcharging, and now even offering PayPal and Venmo options. Everything is built right into ShopBoss. Plus, everything is backed by a fantastic support team with one goal in mind: your success. Be the boss with ShopBoss. Independent auto repair shops, get ready to transform your business with AppFueled. It's time for your professional auto service shop to have its own customer loyalty app. AppFueled will build an app that launches a custom loyalty program for your shop in 30 days or less, fully integrated with your point of sale system. Bring Fortune 500 level customer retention strategies to your business without the Fortune 500 budget. Many shops are enjoying the benefits. Our app engages your customers with a loyalty ladder, enticing them to climb the next rung, coming back more often and spending more each visit, all with your own app. Build loyalty with your customers to your brand and boost your shop's growth. Get your first app in 30 days or less, all without breaking the bank. Ready to start? Let AppFueled take your business to the next level. Go to appfueled.com or meet founder Jeremy Glasgow and book your complimentary app vision session at appfueled.com/Jeremy. That's AppFueled.com/Jeremy. All right. So I was at church this weekend and my pastor started telling a story about when he was at Disney with his family. And he was talking about how they show up at Disney and they've got all of these plans for everything that they're going to do in that day. And when they get out of their car, they can see that the line just to get into the park is way out into the parking lot. So they end up standing in that line for quite a while before they actually make it into the park. And then they get into the park and there's a sign there that shows the average wait times for each of the individual rides. And as they're looking at this sign, there were rides that had an hour wait, hour and a half wait. The one that they really wanted to go on had a 3-hour wait. And they're like, wow, we're not going to be able to get everything done that we thought that we were going to be able to. And they start walking and they're passing up the ride that said that it was going to take 3 hours. Remember, this is the one that they really wanted to do. And they see that the line is not very long and they're like, oh, it's their time estimate is wrong. Let's go jump in this line real quick before everybody else realizes what's going on. And they walk right up to the doors of the building for that ride and walk into the door and realize that they're standing in a pretty big room where people are just lined up, and the line, it's all the roped off lanes that just go back and forth throughout this huge room. And they stand there for a while and they're like, well, it's bad, but it's not going to be that bad. And before long, they see one of the Disney employees, the cast member, and they're talking to the guy, and our pastor says to him, well, the line, yeah, it's long, but it doesn't look 3 hours long. And he said the guy looks him right in the eyes and starts laughing at him and says, through those doors, there's 5 more rooms just like this one. And it got me to thinking, I was at Disney 3 months ago, and I was there with our agency coaching program. And, just like the other coaches that are in the industry, the Institute and Shop Fix Academy and all of that kind of stuff. It's a pretty big organization with, probably it's a little better than 300 agencies that are in this group now. And there's different tiers, and I'm in the highest tier in this group. And at that highest tier, we tend to do some special things. And I was there for a mastermind day in Orlando, and on the day before, we went to Disney, and we were going to 4 parks. So in one day, we went to Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Animal Kingdom, and MGM. And at each one of those parks, we rode 4 rides. Now, you're probably listening to me saying, Brian, that's not even possible. But it is possible because we paid for the Disney VIP experience. And when we did that, we had like Disney tour guides that drove us around in vans from park to park. And we would walk into the park and they would walk us right to the front of the line in front of everybody else. And we would get right on the ride. Literally no wait. And it was amazing. And it makes me think about the other places in life where you can pay to fast track things. And one of the biggest ways is that when there is something that you want to accomplish, you can find someone who has already accomplished what you're wanting to do. And in some cases, you can get them to mentor you for free. But even if not, there's almost always someone out there who's willing to allow you to pay them for them to basically teach you everything that they know about something. And you may be of the mindset that you don't want to pay for these types of things, but when done well and with the right people, it will pay. Like the return on investment that you get will be so worth doing it. Working with a coach, this organization that I'm with now, I think back, our business started in 2011. Shop Marketing Pros used to be, legally, it still is Five Stones Media. And we were a generalist agency. And man, what I did not know about running an agency. And it was a very painful about 9 years of my life because I didn't know what in the world I was doing. And maybe I'm just a slow learner or something, but I wasn't just picking up on the things that I needed to do. And I ended up getting in this is actually a generic coaching program. It wasn't anything to do with a specific type of business or anything, but within this group, there were a bunch of really high performing business people. And the things that they were consistently doing in pretty much all of their businesses were following EOS. They were following profit first. A lot of them were using offshore labor for things. Like they kind of had these systems in place that were allowing them to do things that I would have never thought to do in my business. And when I started learning about these things and we started putting them in place, everything changed in the business. And it feels like overnight when it did. But then I get into this group that I'm in, this coaching group that's specifically for agencies. And the first day that we are there, they bring us through what they call the agency blueprint. And JR and I were sitting in the room and it's like, yeah, we do that and we do that and we do that and we do that and we do that. And their agency blueprint, we have done like 95% of it. I wrote the book. We have the podcast. You're listening to it right now. We follow EOS. We follow profit first. We do have an offshore team, some people in the Philippines that work with us, and it's probably about 30 different points in their agency blueprint. And JR and I are like, man, like we really did figure this out the hard way. Imagine if we had joined this program 10 years ago, because all of those things that it took us over the course of really about 12 years to learn, they teach it in a day. Now, obviously, they're not making you proficient in a day, but they're telling you the steps to take, the things to do to make a successful agency. And if we had done that, I would probably be retired right now. And there's so many examples of that in life. And it doesn't have to be just about paying someone for their advice. Sometimes it can be about paying someone else to do something. And, this is not a commercial for hiring Shop Marketing Pros, but because that's what I do, it is the thing that stands out to me, the most is the business owner who tries to do their own marketing or they try to grow a business without marketing. They can fast track it if they let the professionals or the pros do their marketing for them. And in your world, in the auto repair world, how many weekend warriors out there who are working on their car on the weekend that even if they succeed in fixing it without making something worse than it was, it would have been so much quicker if they had just paid you as a professional to do that work for them. And then they would have their weekend. I have a friend, and he'll I've seen him post this 2 or 3 times on Facebook. He's he's a little bit older than me. He's probably, 60 years old or so. And man, this guy, he is a hard worker. He's really an incredible guy, but he is constantly doing something. And look, there's nothing wrong with that at all, but like he is doing hard physical labor all the time. And he posted on Facebook, he said, "My dad always taught me never pay a man to do something that you can do yourself." And I understand where he's coming from with that, but I think that is so much the wrong philosophy. I know that for me, there are things that I enjoy doing in life. And I know a lot of people who never get around to being able to doing the things that they enjoy because they're spending so much time doing the things that they don't enjoy. And in my case, if I have the opportunity to buy back my time to pay someone else to do something that, yes, maybe I can do it. I mean, I'm a very handy guy. I was a professional tech for many years, and you know how it is as a tech. If you can work on a car, well, guess what? You can fix your air condition, you can do your plumbing, you can do your electrical work at home. Like, you can do all of these things. Like, anything that would be manual labor, skilled labor, you can do it if you were a tech at some point. Like, I personally think that technicians, mechanics, whatever you want to say, are some of the most talented people in the world, because what we do when we're working on cars has so much crossover to other areas in our lives. But as a mechanic or technician, if you never paid someone else to do the things that you can do, you would spend your entire life toiling away at things that you really would rather be doing something else. This is the entire idea of what I'm talking about right now, is being willing to pay to fast track something, being willing to pay to buy back your time, because that's another way that you can fast track. Is if you are building a business, for example, and you need a fence built at your house, you can fast track the results that you get in your business by going and working on that business while somebody else is building the fence in your backyard. So my encouragement to you is, if there's that thing that you are trying to do, like you're trying to learn how to do something, be willing to pay someone else for all of their knowledge. Let them be the ones who had to make all of the mistakes and get all of that experience, and be able to share with you how to do it without the pain of some of the mistakes that they had to go through. If there is something where you're better off staying in your lane and doing the thing that you're really, really good at, or going and learn how to do the thing that you need to be really, really good at, and you can pay someone else to do that thing that's just going to keep you from being able to become better or to spend your time in your zone of genius. That's my encouragement to you today, is be willing to spend that money. Oh, and if you take your family to Disney, I know that Disney is expensive. And I know that, we're small business owners. We're not Elon Musk. But if you can prioritize the money to do something like a VIP experience, that vacation that you take is going to be so much better and so much more enjoyable than standing in line. Let the other people stand in line. That's not what we're here on earth to do. We're not here to stand in line. We're here to a lot of things that we're here to do. But one of the things that we're here to do is enjoy the experiences of this world. So be willing to pay to fast track your experiences in life. That's all for today. I appreciate you all listening. Remember, we are one of a handful of podcasts on the Auto Repair Podcast Network. I'm still trying to get that name changed down, but we have an amazing app. You can go into the App Store or into Google Play and search for Auto Repair Podcast Network, and you will find the app. And it is the best way to listen to all of the podcasts that are part of the Auto Repair Podcast Network. It is a great app. Take my word for it. Go download it. I hope that you'll listen in again next week. Thank you again to our sponsors. Until then, go fill those bays.